What's up guys, FlamingVictini here and welcome back to Pokémon Showdown. I'm going to be doing some RU Suspect Test laddering. By the time you guys see this video, by the time it goes up, the Suspect Test will have already been over, but basically they're suspecting Sharpedo and Mega Abomasnow, two mons that I really do believe should be banned from the tier. Sharpedo puts a lot of strain on team building, especially for offensive teams, and Abomasnow the same thing, especially for defensive teams, and even together they're both a pretty fearsome combination, and I think it puts a really big strain on the tier in terms of team building, so they should both go, and both are definitely very, very good mons. If I remember correctly, they should both be S on the viability rankings, but I'm going to be using a team that was built by Arafine, but it was actually an RMT, but I'm using Sharpedo rather than Samurott. I think I talked with Arafine a little bit about it, and it just is a little bit more solid versus Psychic types, I guess, and it's like, in the current meta, it's a little bit better against offense, although you do lose out on some wall breaking power versus like stall and stuff. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So we've got an opponent who already has a pretty good looking team. I did ladder up a bit earlier, and I got some pretty bad opponents. RU ladder is, I think, one of the worst in terms of teams that I can see, but it looks like offense with like a random Steelix slapped in, but let's see. I think Sharpedo is a really, really huge threat to him, like a massive threat. What do I want to lead with? The thing is, his Delphox is a really big threat, so I want to be careful of that. But I also don't want to lead with Sharpedo and have him like lead with Steelix and not Mega Evolve and get that sturdy thing going on. What do I want to do? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead Sigilyph, as he does lead Steelix. Okay. Let's see here. What am I gonna do here? I could go to Sharpedo and then go for a Hydro Pump. I want to risk as few Hydro Pumps as possible. I'm actually gonna go for the Heat Wave. If he wants to stay in and Heavy Slam me, that's okay, I guess, because this Sigilyph can't touch Sharpedos at all. It doesn't do much versus Drapion. Loses to Jolteon 1v1, and for Delphox, it can Dark Pulse it, which is pretty nice. But he goes to his Flygon. I think he's just gonna U-turn out. I'm just gonna go for the Roost, see what he wants to do. I can definitely see him just going into one of his Dark types right here, which is not really something I want, but it's not something I can control either. And actually, maybe I should have just Heat Waved again. That probably would have been better. But because he did go Drapion, I'm going to go to my Steelix. I definitely want to get my own rocks up. And even if he predicts this, it's only really going to be bad if he's like Shuckleberry and he SDs on the switch. That would really only be the bad scenario. But he does go to Delphox right here. I do have a Tyrantrum that can come in on Fire-type moves, but it's kind of risky. And also he has that Steelix, which is really, really annoying. What do I want to do? I really want to try to just pressure him out with Sharpedo. I have to be careful of Colb or Delphox. You know what, I think I am going to switch in my Tyrantrum. I don't expect him to go for a Psychic move in all honesty, and this way I can maintain a little bit more pressure. So I'm just going to go straight for the Head Smash. He does definitely have a Steelix to switch in, but this Delphox is a threat, and I can't really fool around with it. He actually goes to his Flygon. I don't really agree with letting it take that damage. Now, I do think this is Scarf, from the way he's played it. I'm not sure what he'll go for, though. I don't know if he'll go for the Ground move, the Dragon move. I want to keep my Girder healthy. It lets me check his Sharpedo a little bit better. Check his Drapion. Checks a lot, actually. Venusaur helps me a bit, I guess, but not that much. Steelix, I kind of want to keep healthy for that Drapion kind of security. I want to go to my Sigilyph. I don't really think I think it's the least useful member, as he does go for the Earthquake. So, I think I want to go for the Dark Pulse. I think he might go to Delphox. He actually does just go straight back to Drapion, but this is okay because I can just go back into my Steelix. Oh, we actually see his leftovers. Oh. What? That's very interesting. This might be Pursuit then. Actually, I want to try to Heat Wave this on. Okay, I do miss, and he does try to Pursuit me, so I do get that correctly, I guess. I'm going to go to my Steelix here, as he does Pursuit yet again, so that does not work out for me, but it's okay. I'm just going to go to my Steelix. Earthquake is threatening him, so I don't expect him to go to his own Steelix. I'm just gonna go for a heavy slam. I do have a little bit of speed, but not that much. I don't think he'll go to his Delphox, that would be really risky, and I get out the heavy slam on that anyway, as he does go to Flygon, trying to get me on the EQ, so I'm able to eliminate that. In comes his Delphox. I definitely want to keep my Tyrantrum around. I definitely want to keep my Girder around. I definitely want to keep my Sharpedo around. How much do I need my Venusaur? I mean, Venusaur is nice because I feel like the Drapion might have Toxic Spikes. I also think he might overpredict here. I definitely could see him overpredicting. I'm just going to go for an Earthquake, as he does overpredict and goes for the Dazzling Gleam, so we get that right. If he did go for the Fire move and kill off my Steelix, I would have been fine with it, because I really think that my Sharpedo is really capable of winning, especially when I have a lot more solid check to his than he does to mine. But he goes to his Sharpedo, as he actually is physical. I would most certainly use Special Sharpedo. It is almost always better than Physical. Physical does have a few perks of like having Zen Headbutt to like hit like, I don't know, like Spadef poisons, I guess, like, and also hitting Poliwrath, stuff like that. But I mean, even like Special Hydro does like 50 to Girder on the Switch. It's just not worth, like, most of the time it's not worth using Physical over Special. You get Aqua Jet too, but you can even run Rash Aqua Jet without Protect on Special Sharpedo. It's just a lot better. You can even 2KO or Aromatisse with Sharpedo, unless it's Spadef, which it normally wouldn't be. So yeah, Special Sharpedo is a really big threat, and this guy went to his Drapion, tried to knock off my Steelix, and did not get the kill, so you can already tell that this game is pretty much a snack wrap. Oh my god. So he's gonna go to his Jolteon. I'm just gonna let my Steelix die, and then go to my, I'm gonna go to my Girder, and I think he might actually be choiced. But I'm just gonna go for a Drain Punch, no reason not to really, and at this point I pretty much just win with several, like pretty much every single Mon wins, so yeah. This is pretty much GG, and I'm already just gonna start searching for another game, just get right into it, and yeah, in comes the Steelix, and I just Drain Punch this for the kill. So already the team's putting in the work. Dark Pulse Sigilyph is pretty cool. He had 2 Psychic types, he had 2 Dark types though, and 2 of them walled the heck out of me, so I wasn't able to put in that much work with Siggy. But I wasn't even able to sweep him with Sharpedo because I swept him. Like, I beat him earlier than that, but yep. We're on to the next game. Alright guys, we got an opponent. Sorry for the interruption. And this guy has a pretty interesting looking team. It looks better than my usual fare of stuff that I play. I was actually laddering a bit with my SPL team. And man, I really wish I had Auroras right now. It looks pretty good versus him, but yeah, I'm thinking my way to break him is with Sharpedo. Although it's kind of tough, he has a Grand Bull, and if it's Spadef, it might be able to take a Hydro, and he has Tangrowth as well, but also, Venusaur is a really huge threat to him, so I'm going to actually lead off with my Venusaur, as he does lead off with his Grand Bull. And what I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to go straight for the Leaf Storm. He shouldn't stay in fearing a Sludge Bomb, and he might even go to Steelix, which is, I mean, I want to get off that Leaf Storm on the Steelix as soon as I can. And yeah, he does go to Steelix right there, and that is great damage for me. That actually takes the Leaf Storm very well. So that tells me that the Steelix is pretty specially defensive. Like, it doesn't take it very well, but considering how strong this Leaf Storm is, I'm pretty sure that's specially defensive. But yeah, he does choose to go out to his Tangrowth on the second Leaf Storm. I'm okay with this. I'm not sure what Tangrowth that is, so I actually want to calc this. Venusaur, OU offensive. I think this is Timid Life Orb, should be, with Leaf Storm, as we've got Tangrowth, and we were -2. So yeah, let's see. That definitely has to be some specially defensive Tangrowth. I can just tell by the damage right there. So what I'm actually going to do is go to my Steelix, expecting him to go for a knockoff, as that's exactly what he goes for. And I do want to get up my rocks. Those rocks will help me chip down his Regenerator Mons, and like his, like, pretty much everything it'll help me chip down, except for that Steelix doesn't help me much with that. He doesn't have Focus Blast actually, he has Earthquake, which is just, that's really great for me. So I'm trying to think what I want to go for. I think I'm going to go for a Toxic, but the Toxic also helps me out because with Sharpedo, I can I can do a little bit more, I can use Protect, and that'll help me out with that. Now I'm trying to think what I need Steelix for, and considering I have Venusaur, I don't really see a huge need for it. It doesn't really beat the Manectric. I'm actually gonna Heavy Slam this, as he actually has Leaf Storm. Wow. Okay, I did not expect Leaf Storm on like such a bulky Assault Vest Tangrowth on his team, but that's okay. I'm gonna go to my Venusaur, yeah. And I think I'm just gonna go for a Sludge Bomb, as he chooses to sack his Tangrowth. I think that's a really bad play on his part. Now the only thing he has left to really beat my Sharpedo is like a Cold Burberry Slowking, and that's definitely something I can be prepared for. I can try to actually pop a potential Cold Burberry with my Sigilyph. I do need to be careful of Calm Mind on his Slowking. However, he does go to his Manectric. I'm just gonna go into my Tyrantrum. He does go for the HP Ice, but I did not expect it to be able to kill, and I want to count that damage as well, just to see what set this is. Okay, well, I don't even know if there's Tyrantrum. There we go. And Manectric, HP Ice. Ooh, that's like, is that Scarf HP Ice? That did quite, how did that do so little? 59. If this is Scarf Manectric, I will be pretty upset. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull a switch to my Girder. I'm gonna pull a switch to my Girder just in case it is Scarf HP Ice, as he just goes for another HP Ice and gets a crit right there. So I'm just gonna knock off right here. I don't really see a huge downside to doing it, as he does go to his Granbull, so we can kind of see if he has leftovers, we can get rid of that. And it is Choice Banded actually, so that is a threat for sure. I'm not sure what he wants to go for. I don't know if he wants to go straight for the Play Rough, because I do have the Venusaur, so I'm actually going to go for the Drain Punch to see what he wants to go for, as he does go for the Play Rough and miss, so I'm very sorry about that. I'm going to go into my Venusaur on what I'm assuming to be a second Play Rough, as that's exactly what he goes for, and I'm just going to go for a Synthesis right here. I don't think he'd want to stay in, and he does go to Steelix, exactly, so I'm just gonna, he could be aggressive and pull a switch to a Strategon here for sure. I'm just gonna go for a safe HP Fire, as no, he just stays in, so I'm able to finish off the Steelix with that HP Fire, and this is looking good for me. That's not Manectric. I'm wondering if it's Choice Scarf. I don't know. I expected that HP Ice to do more to my Tyrantrum. I don't think that's E-Belt. That's definitely not, like, it has to be completely unboosted, so either it's Magnet Manectric, or, yeah, I don't know, it must be some weird set, but, he goes to his Manectric right here. I'm just gonna go back in my Girder. It's the least, important member of my team, as he does go for the Volt Switch. I kind of wanted to predict that, but, I mean, if he is, choice locked, I can handle it, so he does go back to his Granbull. I'm just gonna go back to my Venusaur. He doesn't really threaten me with much other than, like, a Fire Punch, as he does not go for the Fire Punch, so I'm just not gonna risk anything now, and just Sludge Bomb this Granbull, so it's gone. That's great. And now I kind of want to keep this Venusaur around as safekeepings against that Slowking, but it's not really necessary. See, the thing is, I want to have stuff that can stop his electric moves. I'm gonna go to my Girder regardless. I don't know if he'll go for an electric move or not, as he actually goes for the Flamethrower. So I'm just gonna Mach Punch this thing, and yeah, that's fine. And now I can go to my Sharpedo pretty easily, I think, and just go for a Protect. If he's not Choice Scarf, he is Choice Scarf. Okay, I'm like pretty sure now that he is Choice Scarf by the fact that he switched out. So right here, Ice Beam should kill. It really should, unless this is Yachi Dreadigon. And oh, that's Assault Vest. Oh, he actually, no, wow. So he actually goes for the Stealth Rocks. I think that's a really bad play on his part. In my opinion, he definitely should have gone for not the Stealth Rocks, but here I need to be careful of a Manectric Sweep, so what I'm going to do is pull a switch into my Venusaur, actually, and yeah, I just need to be careful of a Manectric Sweep, basically, and he does get the burn, which is pretty annoying. I'm going to go to my Sigilyph, and now that we see does not have Cold Burberry, unless this is Calm Mind, I feel pretty safe in the situation that I can win with Sharpedo and stuff like that, but I'm going to fire off a Dark Pulse right here and see how much this thing does. If this is Spadaf Slowking, that's going to be pretty bad. I guess going straight to Venusaur was not the best play, but I wanted to see like what he wanted to do. I guess it wasn't worth risking a burn on that Scald in retrospect. I don't know why he didn't glare my Sharpedo. If I were him, I definitely would have gone for the glare with the Mind Ready Gun. I'm surprised it took that Ice Beam so well. Yeah, okay, so we go for the Dark Pulse, and actually does a solid 54%. That's great damage. And, what I want to do is I want to have my Sigilyph die to the Slowking, but still damaging it. That's what I want to do, because then I can get the speed boost. I don't think Tyrantrum is in range of Thunderbolt. I can calc it actually. 37.2. But yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to Roost, and I'm actually going to try, okay, he's playing it a little smart. I want to get him out of range of this Dark Pulse, so I'm just going to go for another, well, actually that could be Choke, if he goes to Manectric, which I don't expect, so I'm actually going to calc versus Slowking right here. Let's just give it whatever. UU defensive sweep or whatever. Dark Pulse, and it did 54, so I don't know if that's a high roll or not, but it's looking like to 0 Spadef, that is like a high roll, and so if it has more Spadef, yeah, so I don't think I'll be killing the Slowking with another Dark Pulse here, so I'm going to go for that Dark Pulse, as I do not kill the Slowking, and he does finish me off, which means that I can just go to my Sharpedo and click Dark Pulse, then click Protect on the Manectric to seal off the game. So yeah, that Scarf Manectric, surprising threat. I don't really feel good about using Scarf Manectric in this. It's just weak, and Manectric's like so nice is that it has this amazing coverage, which allows it to break teams like this. Like, if it was just a Life Orb attacker, maybe I could out offensive it, but if you could utilize it really well and as like a fast like breaker, and bring it in on a Sigilyph on a double or something, and then like go for the fire move on the Steelix or Venusaur, or HP Ice that Tyrantrum, or like Thunderbolt the Girder and Volt Switch around and stuff, like it's really threatening to teams like this. But I am able to get that win versus his team, and I'm going to be searching for another battle, and oh wow, we got one immediately. So this guy has Weezing plus Slowking, which makes me fear that it might be a Calm Mind Slowking, so I need to maintain Toxic on my Steelix in that case. That could be a little threatening. Venusaur seems like a really big threat to his team. He does have the Weezing, which can tank Leaf Storm, but yeah, he actually leads off with his Flygon. I don't know if he's special or not. I'm just gonna go for a Leaf Storm. I don't expect special, and I don't want to switch out into a U-turn or like a Dragon move, expecting a ground move. Like, I don't really have too many options, so he does go for the U-turn right there, and we can calc that damage right now. Not Mega Venusaur, regular Venusaur versus Flygon. Let's just give it Scarf, and yeah, that's looking way too much. Yeah, I was thinking it was Choice Banded, but I just wanted to make sure that it was what I expected, so that definitely has to be Choice Banded Flygon. And he does pull the switch into his Weezing, so I get off some solid damage on that, which is pretty nice. And I'm just going to pull a switch into my Sigilyph, and I'm going to try to Dark Pulse that Slowking on the switch. That's really what's going to be my plan right here, and if he's physically defensive, I might be able to 2-KO him, as he actually goes straight for the Sludge Bomb. This Sigilyph does have Roost, however, which is pretty useful. So he does go to a Slowking, and here I can gauge the damage as, wow, that is Assault Vest. That ate it up like a champ. Good god. So I'm actually going to go to my Girder and threaten a knockoff. I can tank, oh wow. He goes for the Scald, and that's strong. I'm still going to go for the knockoff right here, as he does pull a switch into his Weezing. Okay. Oh, wow. That's really strong. I don't know what to say. I don't want my Steelix getting burned, so I am going to go to my Sigilyph. He could also have Flamethrower, which I don't want to take, as he does go for the Will-O-Wisp and misses, unfortunately for me. But I want to go for a Dark Pulse again, as he chooses to stay in. I don't really agree with him going for this play, but I'm just going to Roost up. I don't know, if I were him, I wouldn't stay in with Weezing just because I'm predicting Dark Pulse, and yeah, I can just Roost on this Weezing pretty freely, and he poisons me, which means that he can't status me in any other way. And I'm just going to keep roosting up. He can get up his T-Spikes or whatever here, as he actually goes for the Pain Split. So, I'm just going to Dark Pulse here. I should be able to kill it if he chooses to stay in, as he does. So he just lets his Weezing go, and this gives my my Steelix a little more free room. He does have that Medicham, which threatens me, that Seismitoad, which threatens me. And that Slowking is definitely looking like a threat, and wow, I want to calc that damage on the Girder. That did a lot of damage, so I want to actually calc that. And, okay, that's Surf. Yeah, that's not Specs, I think. I think that's just like a modest Assault Vest set, but it actually goes to his Exploud. I don't really have a solid switch in. I'm thinking Tyrantrum is actually like my good way to win, but I don't know if I want to. I can't really, like, the Dark Pulse did so little. I think I'm just gonna go for a Psychic to get off damage on this Exploud is gonna be really good for me, and that's exactly what I go for. And right here, I don't want to lock myself into Outrage with Tyrantrum too early. I want to weaken that Seismitoad and get up my rocks if I can, and that'll allow me to pressure his team with Tyrantrum a little bit more, because that Slowking regenerator is really annoying. But he actually goes directly into his Slowking. Yeah, I don't really agree with that play at all, and he's just gonna be either sacking his Slowking or letting it just take extra damage, as he actually chooses to sack his Slowking. Now that is something I definitely don't agree with. Now, we did see that the Flygon cannot be Choice Scarf, so is this... Okay, I'm gonna go for the Protect with my Sharpedo right here. If he wants to go for the HJK, that'll be really bad for him, but he just goes for the Thunder Punch. I'm thinking this might be Choice Scarf Medicham, actually. So I want to calc whether I can OHKO this or not. Medicham. And I am 252 modest. I have Hydro Pump. I'm pretty sure Hydro Pump will kill, but Dark Pulse won't. Okay, yeah, so this is kind of like a question of, do I want to risk it? I think I am not going to risk it. I honestly think it's a little bit safer to just go into my Steelix. I'm pretty sure this is Choice Scarf, and if it's not, then that's just really great for me. So I'm just going to get out my rocks. I don't really have other opportunities to do that versus his team. And then I'm going to use this opportunity to weaken up his Seismitoad with my Steelix. That's pretty much what I'm going to do, and my goal is to win with, my Scarf Tyrantrum, basically, is my goal to win. But he does have that Scarf Medicham, so that's the other thing I need to be wary of. I think I will actually pull a switch into my Venusaur right here. I wanted that guaranteed damage, as he actually pulls a switch into his Medicham. So that's good for him. I think he's just going to go for the HJK right here. I'm going to go for the Synthesis. If he does HJK and I live, that'll be great for me, but that is not the case. So I'm going to go into my Sharpedo. Yeah, this is becoming a little bit trickier. Maybe I could have stayed in with my Steelix and EQ'd. Maybe that would have been better. I'm going to hope he decides to try to stay in, but nope, he does not. So in that case, I'm just going to go to my Girder. I'm really just trying to weaken up his team, weaken up this Seismitoad as much as I can, really. And his Scarf Medicham is what's stopping my Tyrantrum. That's the main problem, but I think I should be able to take any hit he wants to go for, so I'm just going to go for a knockoff. If I can remove his lefties, that'll be great, and he does not burn me, so I will be able to Mach Punch this thing as well. I would have gotten the Guts Boost, though, so that might have been more useful, but I'm not sure. As, yep, I get off that Mach Punch, and what I want to see right here is whether or not Dark Pulse will kill this Seismitoad. So I'm going to calc versus a fully specially defensive Seismitoad, which I don't even know if that's his set, but I just want to see how much it's going to be doing if that is the case, and that won't be killing if that is the case. So now we should really try to see the damage. So Girder did 22%. Girder, are you bulk up? Knock off 22%. Yeah, that has to be a physical defense. That has to have physical defense. Oh wow, that made a big difference. Hold. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. So that has to be like a max Fizz Def. So let's look at Sharpedo again. 252. Let me just make sure there's no timer. Okay. Rash, whatever. Modest, that's what it really is. But Dark Pulse versus Seismitoad with 0 SPDF pretty much, and yeah, that Dark Pulse is going to be killing, so I'm just going to go to my Sharpedo and Dark Pulse this thing away. If I don't kill, I think I just lose to Scarf Medicham. That's pretty much how it goes, but yeah, I am able to kill, which is just solid. So I am able to OHKO the Flygon with an Ice Beam, I am able to OHKO the Exploud with a Dark Pulse, so really only the Medicham is left as a threat. So let's see, Medicham, and let's see, High Jump Kick. What is it? Dark Pulse is doing this much. I think he's definitely gonna go for the Thunder Punch. He's not gonna HJK because I already showed that I would protect on him. So I'm gonna go into my Steelix aggressively on that, and this just lets me net an extra kill right here. So he does just sack off his Exploud as I expected. And now we're back in the situation. I'm just trying to avoid having to go for a Hydro Pump on this Medicham if I can. That's really what I'm trying to do right here. So because I forced the HJK, I'm able to go to my Sharpedo, and I can utilize Protect to my advantage basically. So what I'm going to do is just Protect right here, and he takes that HJK damage, and that's exactly what I wanted. So now I can just Dark Pulse and win this game. And yep, that's pretty much it. Sharpedo has that base 95, so even with the Modest, I'll be able to outrun Jolly Medicham, and Ice Beam will just finish off the Flygon. So yeah, that's the game. Just had to play Sharpedo a little bit smart. I could have won it several turns earlier if I Hydro Pumped the Medicham, but I thought there was a better way to do it a little more safe, and that was able to work out well for me. So yep, I'm able to win that game, and I guess I'll be back with another one. I'm not sure how long it'll take. Oh wow, we're actually getting games really fast now. So this guy has Webs plus Servine. Webs plus Servine. Interesting, he also has a Sock, so I definitely... Man, these Webs are going to be annoying AF. Really going to be annoying, but he does lead off with this Miracle. I'm going to hope that he either does not go straight for the Webs and goes for the Rocks, or I just, like, even getting a Poison would be great. Maybe he Dark Void and he misses the Dark Void, or I get the Poison on the Dark Void. Because in my opinion, his best play is to just go straight for the Sticky Webs, because that's going to really help him out with my Scarf Tyrantrum, with my Sharpedo. I definitely need to keep this Venusaur around for that Servine, and I do not get the Poison as he does go straight for the Webs, which is his best play, so I won't have to take 2 Life Orb hits. And he gets up those Webs, so now this is looking a little bit scary. So he goes to his Delphox, and this Delphox is a massive threat to my team. Massive. I'm going to go to my Sigilyph, expecting him to go for a Psychic move, as he actually goes for the Calm Mind. Wow, this is looking bad. Wow, this is looking bad already. These Webs, I think I'm going to have to break my Sturdy. Actually, I'm going to go to my Girder. Oh, he actually misses Fire Blast. Thank you for Cancel working out for me right there. As, I'm actually going to go to, I think I'm pretty much forced to pop my, my Sturdy with Steelix to beat this Delphox, but I'm just going to calc Sigilyph versus Calm Mind Delphox just to be a little safe. Oh, my god. Webs is so good against this team. Dark Pulse versus +1 Delphox, and wow, that's a really high roll that I got there. So, and yeah, Fire Blast will just decimate me. So I don't really know what I can do. I really want to keep okay, I need to keep around Girder if I'm going to lose Steelix, because that Tyrantrum is going to wreck me otherwise. I need to keep around Venusaur for sure. I would prefer to keep around Sharpedo to, like, because it has the speed boost, so I can potentially, like, outrun some stuff. Tyrantrum is good because it has Scarf, so it can utilize... Ugh. Sigilyph is really good though because it avoids the Webs, and that's really why I want Sigilyph. I think I'm just going to go to my Sharpedo actually. I'm thinking it's the least useful member, in all honesty at this point, as he does just go straight for the Fire Blast and completely kills me. Oh my god. So I'm going to go to my Steelix right here and not Mega Evolve and go for the Earthquake. This way I'll have the Sturdy, and I will be able to live the Fire Blast. He does connect with this Fire Blast. I was hoping he'd miss. That would also be really splendid for me, but that does not work out that way. And he goes to a Servine to get the boost. So already this is not looking so wonderful. I'm going to attempt to go for Rocks in case Leaf Storm misses, but it does not. So this is why Sigilyph is going to be helpful here. I will be able to tank one hit, but I don't expect Sludge Bomb to OHKO this thing. And I'll need Sigilyph to... Oh, it does OHKO. That's wonderful. So that'll help me out a little bit with the momentum feature of this game. So he does go straight to his Samurott. I'm gonna have to go for the Leaf Storm as he just Aqua Jets. Okay, I want to go to my Tyrantrum and click Head Smash, I think. Or should I go for the Outrage instead? I'm gonna calc Tyrantrum versus Samurai. I also don't want to get him the Torrent, but I wanted to KO him, so... And this is... No, not Head Smash, and Outrage. So, Outrage... Yeah, I think Outrage is my play. I won't risk missing, I'll 2KO the Samurai, and the chance of me putting him in Torrent is not as good as the chance of me not putting him in Torrent, but I will 2KO the Samurai. Head Smash won't be OHKOing the Samurai, so there's no point really going for that over Outrage, and Outrage hits the Tyrantrum. His Tyrantrum harder if he wants to switch in. This could come down to... this game could change depending on what set his sock is. I'm thinking that, like, depending on his sock set, this may be winnable, it may be not winnable. I think it might come down to that, but, I don't know if it'd even be sturdy, because he doesn't even have hazard control. He doesn't have any hazard control whatsoever, so I don't know if he can afford sturdy. He does stay in... Oh, wow, that does so much. I think that's a max roll, so I do put him in Torrent range, and he gets a crit! Are you kidding me? I'm pretty sure that crit would have mattered. Like, I am 100% sure. There's no way you're gonna kill me just because of a Torrent boost and +2. Yeah, what the heck? How? How does it even happen? You got a crit too and it's OHKO'd me? How? How? I don't understand how it's even possible. This is Adamant Torrent boosted +2 Aqua Jet on a critical hit, and it OHKO'd me. How did it even OHKO me? How did you even OHKO me? Torrent Samurai Aqua Jet versus 4 HP, it might have been 4 defense instead, 274. And what is my HP stat? It doesn't even say. 155 SPDF. Okay, so I'm actually 4 SPDF, but not 4 HP. But that's not going to change the roll. I don't understand how he kills me. How did you even kill me? I don't understand. What I do understand is that I pretty much lose this game now. That's what I do understand. What the? He doesn't even have a boosting item. What is he, like a Mystic Water? He has to be Mystic Water. Are you Mystic Water? Oh, okay. So he is Mystic Water. Just my luck, man. Still got the roll. Are you kidding me? Chance to live was like infinitely in my favor. And he's running... Mystic Water SD is, in my opinion, pretty much garbage. Like, use Lumberry. Like, why would you not use Lumberry is what I'm gonna ask. Gonna see if Sigilyph can live in Aqua Jet without a crit. Sigilyph can live in Aqua Jet without a crit. Let's see how much Girder takes. I can't afford to take that damage. I'm gonna have to go to Sigilyph. It's like my only play at this point, and I'm gonna have to hope that he does not get the high roll with this Aqua Jet. Oh my god. Okay, thankfully he does not get the high roll with the Aqua Jet. Maybe Girder can okay, maybe he can bulk up and win? I'm not sure. Girder versus Tyrantrum. That's Choice Scarf, so I don't know, this calculator has the crappiest sets, but okay, what I'm gonna go for is the bulk up sweep right here. So I should be able to recover up a ton of health with this Drain Punch, so yeah, that Outrage does do less damage, and I'm able to OHKO that Tyrantrum clean and restore that health. Now, can I take a Banded CC from that sock? That is the question. He goes for the CC, and I am able to tank it, so I'll be able to finish off this game with Girder the God. He does have the Sturdy, but I do have the Mach Punch to finish him off, and wow, I recovered all that health back, so Girder is still able to pull through. That's Aqua Jet OHKOing my Tyrantrum definitely put a damper into my plans, but if he got the high roll on the Sigilyph, I would have lost right there. So I'm really definitely, I wouldn't say I got lucky, I got fortunate that he did not luck me in that too much, so that the game was out of control. Sticky Webs was really, really bad. He did miss the Fire Blast on my Sigilyph, I can't ignore that. I did mean to switch out my Sigilyph and not go for the Dark Pulse, but I was not able to cancel in time, and Earthquake would have been able to OHKO that Delphox regardless of how much damage it had taken. So I mean, I guess if I just played it better, I would have not needed that luck in the beginning to maintain my Sigilyph basically. Now I want to see what my rank is. How close am I? 2766, so we're almost done with Rex, almost done. And let's see if I can get it in one more game. If not, I'm just gonna end this whenever I finish getting Rex. So this might be a longer PS Live, and I'm just gonna pause it till I find a battle. Alright guys, we got an opponent. My opponent has a fire team with like a Trick Room looking thing with like Meloetta and Hitmonlee and Cryogonal, which is just really, really powerful. So because he does have that Rhyperior lurking, I do want to lead off with my Venusaur. It also does well versus like Kofag lead. Well, he does actually lead with Cryogonal. I wasn't sure if he would, but I do have Girder, which should be able to tank a Freeze Stride pretty well. As wow, that does a lot. That's because it's Life Orb. Wow, okay. So I'm actually going to go for the knockoff, predicting him to go to his Cofagrigus if he chooses to stay in. If I remember, Cryogonal does not have the greatest defense stats, which should do a ton of damage, as it actually OHKOs that Cryogonal, which is just fine with me. I do lose out on some Drain Punch recovery, but it's not the end of the world. And I'm looking like at this game, I actually want to pull a switch into my Venusaur. I'm not exactly sure what this Floatzel does, but I'm expecting an Aqua Jet, as he actually goes straight for the Waterfall and actually gets a critical hit. I'm just going to go straight for a Leaf Storm. This Floatzel is really, really fast, and that's why I'm a little scared of it at the moment. I think Tyrantrum can put in work if he plays his Rhyperior and his Cofagrigus poorly. I think he can put in work, but otherwise it's pressed, but it can help me check stuff. So he actually goes straight into his Meloetta, and wow, that has to be like a salt. That took the Leaf Storm pretty well, in my opinion. To me, it took it pretty well. So I don't think he'll go for a Focus Blast. I honestly think he's going to go for a Hyper Voice. So I'm just going to go into my Tyrantrum, as he actually goes for a Charge Beam. Wow, that is a little scary. Considering that, I'm trying to think whether I'd rather have him go into his Rhyperior or into his Cofagrigus, and I'm thinking I'd rather have him go into his Rhyperior. Cofagrigus seems like a threat that I don't want to give him too much leeway, so I'm just going to go straight for the Head Smash. I am Choice Scarf. If he does not realize that, he will stay in and dies to the Head Smash, which is just great for me, so I don't have to deal with that Meloetta any longer, and that's just great for me. So he does go to his Cofagrigus. I don't know if he'll go straight for the Will-O-Wisp or not. That's the main problem here. I don't know if he'll go for the Wisp, but I'm trying to see, like, I kind of need Tyrantrum to check that Floatzel, in my opinion. So does Sigilyph die to Cofagrigus? Are you offensive Trick Room? It will die, so that doesn't work. I'm trying to realize if I should predict Trick Room or Shadow Ball. This is definitely a tough choice. What do I need Steelix for? I'm gonna actually go into my Steelix. I can also land a Toxic on this Cofagrigus, which would just be great, as he just goes straight for the Will-O-Wisp. So I'm just gonna Mega Evolve, and I think I'm actually gonna go for my Rocks. If he wants to Trick Room, I know I can live. I don't know, I feel like if he switches, then Rocks are good for me. If he Trick Rooms, then oh, he's actually Hex, and he's actually fast. That I did not see coming. So he's actually fast. That's a really fast Cofagrigus. Wow. He's okay. That's a lot of speed on that Cofagrigus, is basically what I'm saying. But I think I'm just gonna go for a Toxic, as he just stays in and hexes. So because he has Hex, I think I'm gonna feel a little more safe to just go into my Sigilyph and Dark Pulse this. I did just realize though that Mach Punch from Hitmonlee could be really threatening. So But I mean, Hex should not be able to OHKO Sigilyph, is what I'm saying. So yeah, I should be able in range to take a Mach Punch from that Hitmonlee if he wants to, and that's really all I need the Sigilyph left really to take on. A healthy Tyrantrum should also be able to take a Mach Punch, I think. I'm actually going to calc that versus Hitmonlee. And yeah, I should be able to tank that. Sharpedo probably just drops to the Mach Punch. He actually makes a really bad play by going into his Hitmonlee, predicting a second Dark Pulse. Unless it was Scarf Hitmonlee, it wouldn't even really help him that much, and I had no reason not to go for a Psychic. So he goes into his Floatzel. I'm just going to go for a Psychic, as he just goes for a Waterfall, so I'm going to go to... What am I going to go to? I want to see how Tyrantrum does versus Floatzel. I'm really not sure what this Floatzel... And new Choice Band, I guess. Oh, okay. Head Smash does a lot. I want to see how much Outrage does. Outrage does OHKOs it. So I'm gonna actually go into my Tyrantrum, and if he wants to go Rhyperior, he can go Rhyperior. I don't want to lock myself into Outrage on that Rhyperior, as he does go into his Clefairy, just leaves that in. So, oh, actually I take some Recoil because of that Rocky Helmet, that's why. I thought like the Mummy changed my Rock Head and made me take Recoil instead, but yeah, if I go for Head Smash now, I will take Recoil. So he might be able to use that to his advantage, but not really, because Rhyperior is a switch in, and I can just go to my Girder, sack that off, and really all I risk at this point is misses versus this Rhyperior. That's pretty much what I'm risking, so I am going to go to my Venusaur and fire off a Leaf Storm right here. Yeah, pretty much if I miss Leaf Storm and I miss Hydro Pump, I'll lose. If not, I should be able to win this game. That's pretty much what it's looking at. I do connect with the Leaf Storm, so this game is looking like it's pretty much a wrap, which is just great. So, unless this is like a bulk up Floatzel and I like miss another Leaf Storm, or not another, but I miss the first Leaf Storm as he bulks up and like kills me with Ice Punch or something, that'll be bad, but nope. So I'm just going to try to finish this off with an Outrage from this Tyrantrum, and that should be the game. I'm not sure if this will be enough to get me Rex, as he actually is not Choice Band. He goes for the Aqua Jet, but it's not enough. And that is the game, so let's see. I have not enough for Rex, so I'm just going to get one more game, and I'll pause it till I get one. Okay guys, we got one more opponent, and this time he has Claydol plus Aggron plus Hoopa, which is pretty interesting. I think Sharpedo is a pretty big threat to his team. I need to weaken the Scrafty, his Samurott, and maybe his Venusaur a little bit to sweep with it, and break potential Sturdy on that Aggron, but it should not be unmanageable. That Hoopa seems like a threat. It really does, but I do have Dark Pulse on Sigilyph to lure it, which is just splendid, so I don't want to give that Hoopa too much leeway early on, though, and I think Girder matches up really well against his team, so I'm actually going to lead off versus that, as he actually leads off with the Samurott. So this Samurott is definitely a threat. I'm gonna go for a bulk up, as he actually goes for the knockoff. What the heck? I have never seen knockoff Samurott in my life. It actually does seem pretty cool though, as he actually pulls a switch straight into his Venusaur and takes absolutely nothing from that. So I'm actually gonna go into my Sigilyph on what I expect to be a Leech Seed. Actually goes for the Sludge Bomb and poisons me, which is just good in case this is Sleep Powder Venusaur. I won't have trouble with that. And he pulls a switch into his Claydol, and Dark Pulse shows its power right there. This Claydol actually tanks it surprisingly well, but I'm just going to fire off another Dark Pulse, and if he wants to get up his rocks, that's perfectly fine with me, as I'm going to go for the Roost here. I don't think he'll go for a ground move expecting that. He might actually switch out, as he does switch out into his Samurott, and I'm going to go back into my Girder. I think I don't want to take a knockoff for sure. That's one thing I know for sure, as he actually goes for the Scald. What the heck? So this is like some like god Samurott set. I want to maintain my Girder for a sack so that I'm not too pressured by that Hoopa, so I'm actually going to pull a switch into my Venusaur, as he does pull the burn, which is quite a bit annoying. I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb to pressure off his Venusaur. That burn really is a pretty big nuisance. It really is. And this Sharpedo is looking like a bigger threat by the moment. Not Sharpedo, Samurott, but that burn is annoying. That is really, really annoying. I mean, it's Scald, what can you do? Because I'll be taking that extra 12% every turn, which I don't like, but he actually chooses to stay. What the fuck? So I get completely styled on by Air Slash Samurott. Freaking savaged. That's all I can say. I just got freaking savaged. I must go for the Head Smash. He does have Aggron to switch in, but I can't really do much. This Samurott is freaking rolling through me. As he actually does go to the Claydol, and I'm able to OHKO that thing. What the fuck is this Samurott? Oh my god. If I just Leaf Storm, that thing would have died, but it actually is Balloon. I'm gonna go to my Girder. If he wants to Rock Polish, I can Mach Punch it and break that Balloon too. As he actually pulls a double switch into Hoopa. Interesting, this guy's being aggressive. So I'm gonna go for the knockoff as he just goes straight for the Shadow Ball. So I'm not really sure what to think of this Hoopa right now. I am gonna go to my Sharpedo and I am gonna go for the Dark Pulse. If he goes to a Scrafty, that's gonna be really aggressive. It'll also be good for him, I guess. As he does go to a Scrafty, and let's see what his set is. So it is Leftover Scrafty. I wasn't sure if it would be. That's annoying. Very annoying. So, how do I win this? This is annoying me quite a bit. I want to go to my Steelix. He can Drain Punch me. That's fine. Steelix is a tank. So, he actually is Dragon Dance Leftovers. What the fuck? So, that is not very good for me. I want to go for the Heavy Slam. As he does Drain Punch and is unable to 2-KO me, as that Heavy Slam does a shit ton. So I should be able to OKO him after, this guy's team is straight fire. Oh my god. He does not crit me, and he does recover quite a bit, but I do get the roll, if it was a roll, to OHKO that Scrafty, so that's just splendid. He goes to a Samurott. I really want my Roxman. I really do. Because Roxman, that sturdy Aggron, is not going to stop. Actually, no, it shouldn't be sturdy. It should be Rockhead. I don't know why I keep thinking that Aggron always runs sturdy. I want to attempt to go for Rocks, but yeah, he just goes for the Scald. I need to be careful of Rock Polish. That's what I need to be wary of. But I'm actually going to go to my Sigilyph, and I'm going to go for the Psychic. Rock Polish will actually beat me, though. Because I don't want to lock myself into Superpower with Tyrantrum, as he actually pulls a switch into his Venusaur. If he goes into his Aggron right now, this could be bad, but he does not, so he actually goes to his Hoopa, and we see it is Choice Scarf Hoopa. Okay, so I want to go to my Sharpedo. What is his Samurott set? I need to count that right now. Venusaur, is that Assault Vest? That's really what I want to know, so Timid, Life Orb, Sludge Bomb versus Samurott, and that is like Assault Vest. I think it is Assault Vest. So this might be a 50-50. It might be. I'm gonna go for the Dark Pulse as he does Shadow Ball. Frick. So that is not very good. I'm gonna go to my Tyrantrum and I have to hope for like crits with Superpower. That was a 50-50 right there. I think Shadow Ball was his better play in all honesty, but I don't know what he would have gone for. That Samurott just mauled me. He does go to his Aggron first. I'm gonna go for the Superpower as he actually switches out to his Samurott. Can he live? -2 Superpower. Can he live -1 Superpower with the Samurott? And no, he can't. But can he live with his Aggron? Because this is 4 times super effective. And this is a Tyrantrum, so that is an Aggron. Oh, he tanks it very, very well. So yeah, he definitely played that optimally, and oh, I lose out on my Rex right there. So I get ravaged by that Samurott set. Freaking destroyed. Alright guys, we're back. My opponent has a fat team featuring Alomomola and Diancie, and boy am I wishing I had my Aurora's team. Really, really wishing. My Sigilyph is pretty much walled by Diancie. and Spadef Aloe can like sponge hits too. He has Electros too. Durant to offensively check it, Flygon to offensively check it. So basically Sigilyph is not that great. Tyrantrum is kinda good depending on his Alomomola spread, but he also has a Hitmontop. This matchup just looks rough. That's all I can say. This matchup looks really rough. I think I have to play Venusaur really well to win this, but I'm gonna fire off a Leaf Storm. I should not be able to get O-Code unless it's like Life Orb, Draco, Meteor, Fire Blast. He does U-turn out and does 30%. I think I remember last time I calced that was Banded Flygon, but we're just gonna check. And that is Banded Flygon. Oh, no. Did I screw up some calcs? I might have. Oh, that is still Banded Flygon. It did 30.6%. It did minus 301 minus 301 minus 209 is 92, and that is not possible with a jolly non-banded Flygon. So he actually goes straight to his Durant. I want to go to my Steelix. He can pull a double switch or Superpower. I'm okay with it. I think Toxic is going to be really good this game. He does pull a double switch into his Flygon. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to predict him to U-turn. If he does not U-turn, I'm going to get off the Toxic anyway, as he does go straight for the EQ. I completely forgot this was Banded. I thought it was Scarf. So I completely went against my own words, but I'm able to get off that Toxic on the Flygon, which is great. So there's the double EQ, and I'm going to pull a switch back into my Steelix, expecting him to go out into his Diancie. Maybe his Electros, but I really think he'll go to his Diancie. And I can go to my Steelix. If he goes to his Electros, it's just annoying. I don't know what to do with this matchup. I really want my Aurora's team. Oh my god. I love my Aurora's team. Yeah, taking that EQ is actually not very smart. I mean, Toxicking this is nice, but not that smart. So, he goes into his Durant. Okay, what is he gonna do here? He's gonna switch out, or he's gonna Superpower. So I'm gonna go to my Venusaur, as he does switch out into his Alomomola. Great, so that's splendid for me. I'm gonna go for the Synthesis. I'm not sure what he wants to go out for. I don't feel like firing off a Leaf Storm is the right play in this situation, so he pulls a switch back into his Durant. He really wants his Durant to take this. I want to go for the HP Fire just because oh, there we go. There we go. I actually thought this Durant would be choiced, but it turns out it's not, and I was actually expecting him to maybe go for a Superpower or a Baton Pass, so that works out great for me. He goes to his Flygon. I'm going to go to my Sigilyph. Let's see what he does. He does go for the U-turn, so this is okay with me. I want to confirm this damage. I'm just going to confirm. I feel like there's some weird rolls, so that damage is possible on Sigilyph. Interesting. But he actually goes to his Alomomola. Maybe he's knockoff. Maybe he's knockoff. I don't think he'd go into Alomomola to use Scald on me. That's what I know for sure. I'm gonna go for Roost, see what he wants to do. Maybe he's Mirror Coat. He is knockoff, so I'm just gonna Roost, as he's probably gonna go for the Wish and then like try to pass it or something. I'm trying to maintain my Venusaur's Life Orb so I can deal more damage. He does just go straight for the Scald though, so I'm just gonna go for a Psychic, see how much damage it's doing without the knockoff, without the Life Orb, and try to figure out what this Alomomola spread is, as he actually pulls the switch straight into his Diancie, and I get off some decent damage on it, so that actually does 33%, which is pretty good. I could go to my Steelix, but instead I'm going to use this as an opportunity to bring in my Venusaur, as he actually is Calm Mind Diancie. That is scary. I sure hope Leaf Storm is still able to KO this. If it's not, unless it's Psyshock, I don't think he can really even do too much to me, as it is able to O-Close. Oh, it got a crit. Sorry if crit matter. Yeah, okay, Diancie is actually a threat though. I don't know why he didn't have leftovers if he was Calm Mind though. I would definitely run leftovers on my Calm Mind Diancie. Maybe he was Resto Chesto? Not sure, but he does go to his Electros. I'm gonna go to my Tyrantrum, expecting a fire move exactly, and I'm just gonna fire off a Head Smash. And he has Hitmontop, but Sigilyph pretty much walls Hitmontop, so I'm actually feeling pretty comfy now that I was able to HP fire that Durant. That makes me feel a lot more comfy. As, okay. Seems like I got someone pretty inexperienced at RU. But, whatever. It's the RU ladder, that's how it is. So he actually lets me fire off a head smash on that Electros. Takes it kind of, like, that does a ton, but it also does less than I expected. Like, I thought I might even OHKO this thing, because Tyrantrum is strong. But, he goes into his Flygon. I think I'm gonna go into my Steelix. I don't think he'll go for the ground move, and yeah, he does go for the outrage. So I get that correctly, and this thing is gonna die to a heavy slam. So this is just going out great for me. I did not think he'd go for a ground move, and if he did, I mean, Steelix was not that useful at all. Electros beats it, Alomomola beats it, Hitmontop beats it, and Flygon clicking the right move beats it. So yeah, I did not really think it was huge. I'm just gonna go into my Sigilyph. I mean, there's no reason not to. Oh, interesting. He actually goes into his Electros, but I can just Psychic this thing. I'm not really sure why he did that, because if I did stay in, it would have been to Toxic. By keeping my Steelix around, though, what I do is, I can get a... Actually, no. Alamomola's freaking base 65 speed. It's so uselessly fast. I don't get it. But, wow, that Psychic does a lot. That does a ton. So, I'm gonna go for Spadef drops, maybe? No, he just goes for a knockoff, which means I can just go for another Psychic. And he actually just lets me kill it. What can Hitmontop threaten me with? Do I risk anything by going for Roost? Learn Hitmontop. Power up punch. Like, I don't even think this thing can do anything to me. I'm gonna just Roost in case he sucker punches, as he just goes for the close combat. So yeah, I'm just gonna Psychic this thing. And that's gonna be the game, and that should be my Rex. Should be my Rex. This live was pretty long, so I might cut some games. I'll try to keep all the good games. Because in RU is one of those tiers where it's more known to not have the greatest games. So that's actually Assault Vest, because it took that so well with the drop. But I guess I don't have my Life Orb too, but yep, that's the game. That should be my Rex, and there it is. So let me just get my proof, post this in the thread later, and yep, that's it for this live. This was a pretty long live. Yeah, I think it was pretty long, so I'll try to shorten it if I can, unless you guys want to watch all of it. I think this was like over an hour, so that's it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Actually, I'll be completely honest with you. I think RU ladder is one of the worst ladders, because I see some pretty bad teams and some pretty bad sets. Like, I faced Poison Jab Escavalier. Poison Jab Escavalier. Now let's just think about what Escavalier's stab moves are. It's got Iron Head, which hits fairies. It's got Mega Horn, which decimates bug grass types. Like, what on earth are you hitting with Poison Jab? Like, it's like it was meant to poison my Pokemon. But anyway, yeah, that's the game. That's the live. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment too. I love reading those, and I'll see you guys later.